Today's renovation challenge is to put these offcuts to good use. Let's see what I can do with them. The area I'd like to work on today is underneath here. As previously mentioned in the video, when I'm doing the stairs, it kind of created a shelf in this position here. Let's go up this ladder, see if I can illustrate it a bit better. I'll be glad when I haven't got to come up here no more on the ladder. Okay, it's just this bit here. So we started putting the landing in with the boards, and then when it comes to this section here, I thought about extending it out into the wall and kind of making like a bit of a cubby hole. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do, whether it's going to be doors on the front. I just basically want to extend it into the wall. Are you with me? That area could be used for, I don't know really, some objet d'art, some lighting, who knows. But what I do know is I need to extend this out with what I've got. That's going to be the next challenge. Over to there. Yeah, I think that's doable. Now normally this would be a pretty straightforward job, but the challenge for me today is use up what I've got. So we're going to go downstairs, have a look, see what I've got in stock. Hopefully we can get this sorted with the materials that I've got laying around. Let's go and have a look. Okay, let's head downstairs. Hold on, quite steep. Okay, let's search for some materials. Let's try over here first. Yep, so we've got some freebie 2. Come in handy. Yep, come in handy. Yeah, we're halfway there. Something like this to go across, you level the underside of that one. We can just screw directly to here, so that hasn't got to be in one section. We can knock it out with the offcuts as well. The underside will probably have maybe plasterboard, might be something else. So that's no problem for that bit. Okay, looks doable. Let's head outside to see what we got out there. Come on. Listen to that lovely bird song. Definitely feels like we are entering into spring. Bring it on. Been a long winter for lots of you, I know as well. We always get away fairly light. Okay, so what we got here, yep, that'll do. It's all ready, got an armful of materials. Let's go inside and see how it's going to work out. We may be lucky with the rain. Never mind, we're indoors anyway. Next job, we're going to take off that plank, mark where the studs are, put the plank back on, and then we can fix our perimeter timber. Handy shelf. You can see that now. Because what I want to do is not just fix into the plank, but into the stud work behind. So it really has got a nice bit of strength to it. So amazing, sometimes you look at something, you think, yeah, the screw goes in there and you put it in, you miss it by millimetres. So, yeah, I've done that enough times. Okay, so that can stay on. Fix it now. So what I've done, I've kept all the planking all the way around level so that it lines up. So now I simply screwed onto there. Doesn't have to be one length, as long as I can get into the stud, that's fine. The same there. Can use offcuts instead of one long piece now. So just with a little bit of thought, you can get over these issues. Yeah, that's great. There won't be no weight to it, you know, all the strength is done already with the framework of the landing. This is just literally a shelf. So what I can do now is fix this one onto this plank. When it comes to cabling, insulation, I can just undo the boards above or below, poke it up from above or below. So it's quite a flexible thing, but it allows me to progress with the project. You know, I'm not in a position at the moment, several reasons, to go ahead with the installation of the insulation. Oh dear, we're getting there. Okay, right, let's get this fixed on. Now, it is important when you're cutting short pieces, don't try and cut a very short piece on the chop saw. It needs to have, you know, something that you can safely hold without getting your hand anywhere near the blade. So don't go chopping smaller bits than you need to. If in doubt, clamp the material. Better to be safe than sorry. Next, we just got to frame out this end section here and continue with our timbers. Spot on glue. Some fixings in that. One across here now, or maybe two. No, not quite. Yep, that will do. And sometimes when you're using your leftovers, it takes a little longer because you have to either denail it or take the screws out. It is nice to reuse stuff, isn't it? I think people are all too quick to chuck things away and buy new. What's the point in that? Tidies up as you go along as well, doesn't it? Yeah, that's good. That should do it. So by not having enough of this big timber to go around copying what we've used on the landing already, I've been able to use up all the offcuts of the 3x2. Basically what I've created with this landing is several points. I've tied it into the new stud work, which isn't technically load bearing, but it assists to the structure of everything really. It ties it all together, and it does definitely help, you know, secure the landing, secure the floor joists above, give them, you know, stop that bounce in them. It just locks everything together. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. We've got two main support posts here and here. Obviously that sends the weight down to the ground. We've got a cantilever off of here which assists this point here. That's tied into the framework there. We've got a post, oak post securing that side there. And the stud work isn't technically load bearing as mentioned, but it is structural and ties all this together. The newel post is connected to the floor joist. Now what I can do in this section, just to strengthen it up a little, is add some noggins in. Now I may as well use them. They're offcuts. Probably not going to do anything else with them, so you know, why not, let's put them in. That way we've got two joists there holding this corner. If I insert this in here, you get fixing through into this one, likewise with this joist into that side, pop a couple of fixings into the newel post there, and that way it spans the weight onto this one as well. Now these are very, very deep timbers, these ones, so they're very strong. That's 20mm difference. That is 10mm. Okay. Just a bit more off. By doing this, we've now transferred the weight, shared it with the one next to it. Now when it comes to upstairs for the handrail, I do need to put another two posts in there. So what we'll do, once they're in, we'll come down and put two noggins either side and then fix it through that way as well. I've got my offcut there waiting to go in, and then it won't come down as low as this, but when they come down to the underside of the joists, we'll do the same with the noggin there, creating a very strong structure. And then as you come around this side, you can just see how out of square it is. There's no point in trying to square it up because it's been mortared into it there. It'll do more damage than good. You know, when you're doing a renovation project, sometimes you've got to figure out how you can get round things when you haven't got any budget. You know, you've got to keep things moving. Like I say, I've exchanged basically 3x2 instead of this. It didn't matter for the shelf that we was doing, but what did matter was giving that side a bit of extra reinforcement, so I needed to save this. So just a little bit of planning ahead can make, you know, a lot of difference. Well, I'm happy with what I've done today. It's starting to come together, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.